Judge Ethan Walker purchased a beautiful mountain home to enjoy peaceful weekends away from the city. Very few people in the HOA community knew that he served as a respected state court judge. Shortly after moving in, Ethan began receiving complaints from HOA President Cynthia Gable regarding landscaping, exterior lighting, and property improvements that fully complied with community rules. Despite Ethan's polite cooperation, Cynthia continued escalating minor disputes and publicly threatened legal action against him during HOA meetings. One evening, Ethan received an urgent emergency call. His mountain home had caught fire, and firefighters immediately responded to the scene to contain the blaze. Although the house suffered severe damage, investigators quickly secured the entire scene. Officials began a formal investigation to determine the cause of the fire, declining to speculate until all evidence had been reviewed. Security footage revealed suspicious activity near the home. Investigators obtained witness statements from neighbors who reported unusual activity on the evening of the incident. Every statement became part of the official investigation file for the court. Attorney Michael Grant advised Ethan to preserve all HOA communications and previous legal notices right away. Years of documented disputes suddenly became highly relevant to the pending legal case. As the investigation continued, Ethan remained professional and allowed officials to perform their duties without interference. Months later, the investigation resulted in a complex civil lawsuit. Cynthia appeared confident as the case moved toward court. Attorney Michael Grant filed a civil lawsuit seeking compensation for damage and requested the court preserve all investigation records. The lawsuit immediately attracted attention throughout the entire community. HOA board members were shocked when investigators requested copies of years of HOA emails and complaint notices. Fire Marshal Thomas Reed presented preliminary findings indicating that the fire did not appear accidental. Investigators continued examining all available evidence before reaching conclusions. Several neighbors voluntarily provided security camera footage showing activity near Ethan's property during the evening of the fire. The growing evidence strengthened the formal investigation. Cynthia publicly claimed that Ethan was exaggerating the situation to damage her reputation. Though she declined multiple opportunities to discuss the matter through her personal attorney, insurance investigators determined that Ethan's losses included severe structural damage, valuable family heirlooms, and personal memories associated with his mountain home over the years. The HOA's legal expenses continued increasing as board members questioned whether Cynthia's personal conflict with Ethan placed the entire association at risk of financial ruin in court. During discovery proceedings, attorneys uncovered several HOA communications demonstrating Cynthia's long-standing hostility toward Ethan's property improvements and previous legal victories. Local residents organized a neighborhood fundraiser supporting Ethan as he began rebuilding his life following the loss. Months later, construction plans for Ethan's new home were approved. Despite ongoing litigation, Ethan remained focused on moving forward with professionalism and patience. Cynthia remained confident the lawsuit would fail, insisting accusations were unsupported. The civil case was officially scheduled for trial, with legal experts anticipating weeks of testimony. On the morning of the trial, HOA board members arrived, expecting an ordinary damage case. Few knew that Ethan held one of the most respected judicial positions in the state. Although Ethan had recused himself from his own case, news of his judicial career quickly spread around. Cynthia was visibly surprised when she learned that Ethan served as a senior state court judge. She realized she had spent years underestimating his deep legal knowledge and professionalism. The presiding judge reminded both parties that decisions would be based solely upon evidence presented during proceedings. Fire investigators and insurance experts detailed losses carefully. Security footage, witness testimony, and official reports were introduced according to standard procedures. Board members testified they had advised Cynthia to resolve disagreements peacefully. Months after proceedings, Ethan's new luxury mountain home stood proudly upon the rebuilt property. The difficult chapter of his life had finally come to an end with full justice served.